used to play Taylor Swift. And,
I used to hear a lot of R&B.
but one of the, I've always said this, one of the people that actually really inspired me to do a beautiful radio show was Pamela Isamara
You're
Chom.
serious?
You don't know?
I didn't know.
You don't read my articles, you not on YouTube.
Gwe Pamela yali akola show muno mu Kampala temuzikola. So zenna kuno zino muwe muliramu.
Pamela was doing a mid-morning show. That time I was still trafficking. I was doing radio trafficking, like more of what Sylvia does, but on an advanced level.
Bombo class.
And Sylvia does it in a 4-in-1. The other one was just strictly trafficking and reporting before I learned production from Timo Pondechat. So I take a different try in a network. Ngakalango tekayo manually. No, like you would put it, but then you would have to access the computer manually. So I used to do it in Pamela's time. Before that, no other presenter used to allow me. So there was Pamela, Matilda, and Dr. Alan. Ngaditacha tunayingira radio.
Tunda spare parts.
Walio chali Simpacks.
I'm your senior.
I'm talking about 20. That was what, 2013?
Yeah, I think
2013.
I was a program director.
I was in P7.
Oh my God, Myra.
This is the Mid-Morning Tukone 100.2 Galaxy FM.
It's about time, Yesawa.
The Red Seat, Mid-Morning Tukone, every Wednesday, Sawa Mukaga to 1 p.m.
Solo is even wondering, Solo go aliwa. Otuita bakati, tuli bakati. So I have a story. Yeah?
2024. 2013.
This is Galaxy.
Okay.
I'm going to read to you a story coming in from a one Flavia who is dating a man-child.
Flavia Tumusimi.
Flavia Murara. Flavia. Neda. This one is dating a man-child, and this is what she writes. I want you to pay attention to it. Yeah, man-child.
Okay. That's new.
Man-child. Omusajja nenga yeyisanga mwana muto.
Baby, last born wa mami.
So, Flavia is dating, he's a rich kid, but a spoiled kid. And is considering leaving him because they've been together okumala emyaka esatu. The guy's family,
no man-child.
Yes, the guy's family is rich, but they stay in one of the parents' house. So one of the parents' house guy tasasula rent. Now this guy avoids responsibility. For years they've been together. He has made 4 businesses of his parents corrupts, like kutaka like nazisula bazi muwakwasa kanyachino kwasa kanyachino zakawera nya ngazo nazi kupechigo. Now she's scared of her future. Gabira mabanja ever. Sometimes he even escapes from home from days. Guy bamubanja. Bamuyiriba, yeah.
Bakot bailiffs.
He does not make decisions on his own. He relies on his parents. Like everything he's gonna do, he's still a mommy's boy. My parents, his big issues in life are handled by his parents. Now he's also emotionally, according to Flavia, this guy is emotionally immature. He doesn't have emotional regulation. Like he's easily triggered and is dramatic. If it's a serious conversation, he avoids it. Like, when are you proposing? When are we getting married? When are you doing this?
How old did you say he is?
Hey, she hasn't given me the age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he sounds like an old guy. By the time you've been in a relationship for 3 years, but he avoids serious conversations. But then, to make things worse, this guy is self-centered. He has a self-centered behavior. He lacks empathy. Like it's all about him and him and him, and he seeks constant validation and attention all the time. He wants to be the center of attention. Like I got buli much take it into worry. But another red flag for Flavia is that this guy lacks ambition. He shows little motivation for self-improvement, like tiny goals. See omuntu botwana na gama nti ngenda kola kino, tugenda kola kino, tugenda zimba ono, wano tugenda vaawo, ngenda tandika ku company. With like nothing, taina chiddako. He avoids challenges and he has no discipline. He's always talking about parties and benders, and he's immature. He's obsessed with video games. Yeah,
there's nothing nice.
There's nothing nice.
Video games, like here video game, emusingira other things like ayagala de waka azanye video games, and he has a habit of escaping through fantasies
He
and
must be like
entertainment.
25. That's a 25-year-old.
Nakakuba mu draga.
He can even be 30.
But then lately the challenge is he's also not sexually there. Like when it gets to twa zero.
What is she doing there?
I'm wondering also, like, why is she
Yeah,
doing
Is
like-
she there?
She's bit like Flavia is a loyal type. She doesn't just want to leave the guy and let her child have a future. So Flavia feels like she's wasting her time. Should she stay or should she leave?
Kalamu naye mulaba red flag sinabona kintu kibi nnyo yo guy kyali.
Wait, what?
Tata.
I haven't seen anything very bad. Singa adataddemu oba violence oba kipozi drug oba kizinzo omujjako naye abantu bye tunoonya bintu kuba bulungi. Oyo omwana alina ebintu bingi, balina bizinensi waliwo zaasudde waliwo n'ezijja. Bizinensi zijja empya.
Atunuulire nnyo family.
Atunuulire kati omwana lwaki
Attention agijje ku musajja
omwana
alitaka
lwaki
family.
abonaabona nga family. Omanyi abagagga baba omwana gwe bakuwa okubonyaabonya okuzza ku mulamwa. Abagagga babana abaana abalala babana bizonda abalala babana abaana bali batya abalala babana omwana asumbuwa abalala omwana
Tebibulamu.
abana omwana abakuba.
There's a-
Tulina omugagga nga alina mutabani we lwajja amukuba.
Akuba omugagga.
Muzeeyi ki lwaki omumanyiira wansindikira message zitakwatagana papa wawulira beereeta papa naye talina kyakkola Katonda yamumuwa so katoyo naye Katonda yamumuwa mukwasaganyizeko bizinensi ezigwa naye ng'ono nze kyemmanyi kiri kimu singa abadde tannayonooneka nnyo kudda ku geemu zina kukinga akyali sexually active nabijja abeerewo amanye ekiri ebbali eno.
Ewabadde taata.
Abantu bali eno tebalina kuba nnyonyi bantu bagoba renti olina mu nnyumba yammwe taata wammwe taata we tajja kugoba. Ekyokubiri ayogere n'abazadde abagambe mutukake tugattibwe n'ono oba twengeje
So it's the parents to make all the decisions.
kubanga kati baparents bamaking tulina abantu nga they mature people nenga muzadde we yakyamutegerera.
Nigwe, look at a relationship where you're supposed to tell your in-laws banange batugatte.
Eriyo in-laws nga bali direct relationship ngera abantu bakimanyira nga they don't even feel it. Nga ne bagamba muzeeyi tugule kino taata yaganye nti nange kamukubire mugabe atukigule gwe mukyala noyogera naye nakkiriza.
Nti a mother-in-law zebadde ntesa tukole instead of having this conversation.
Yeah, their parents nga bo bakimanyira nga bakibayinga ngera kyekikola ki. Kati omwana muwala aleme kulooza nti eno out here ebirungi byerere bibiri eno. Ate kati omuvubuka akyatereera ebyo na sexually not being active bikyayika ebirowooza bitadde ku drugs nabiki naye bajja mu rehabilitatinga afuuke musajja we bw'ati.
Isn't that wasting time, Pamela?
Which time? Eno waliyo kijabadde alaga.
By the way, it's a lot of wasting. You put the word right. She's wasting a lot of time because, you know, at the end of the day, I have a friend who had a boyfriend like that. She actually had a kid with this man, and he comes from a very affluent home.
Okay.
And the parents are looking at this girl as in she's upright, she's religious, she's intelligent, she's all those things that a good wife can be. And the guy, on the other hand, is messed up. He does the drugs, he drinks a lot, he smokes, and he does all the nasty things. But he comes from a good home. So this girl, at the initial start, she's like, okay, it's about the background. Where this guy comes from is a good background. So she gives birth to a child for this man, knowing that, you know, this is a good background and I have, the parents have my back.
Yes.
Later on, she gets to realize that at the end of the day, it's you and him in this thing.
Yeah.
In the house
In
with
the
your children, with...
The twa is not happening with the parents.
Exactly.
It's happening with
Thank you.
The conversations, the things that you get disgusted about, the simple things, the big things. If you are a girl and you're with a guy and everything he does disgusts you, please step out. Because you're putting yourself in slavery, you're putting yourself in prison, because you're looking at these things. First of all, if you do not have detached an upper hand on all these properties you're talking about, as in they are for the parents, for you, you're just leaving.
You have no guarantee they can push you out.
They can push you out
and take their kid.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not you running these things. Then, okay, let's give an example that they gave all that property to this boy. Who is going to manage it?
Exactly.
Who is going to spoil it? He's not giving you the mandate, the authority. What you're doing is you're staying in a house, but you're struggling with life. You're unhappy and you're wasting your own time. So why don't you get out and test the waters out there?
For me, I want to approach
guys.
this conversation from a point of why does a woman need a man? Yes,
Okay.
detach alina point wabweru kiri bubi nnyo.
Yeah.
But why do you fall in a relationship? You want a man to show you leadership,
Yeah.
to give you direction, to satisfy you, but also make you feel like you are a woman. This guy doesn't do anything. He's self-centered. He has no ambition. He has no leadership. He doesn't sexually satisfy her, and he avoids responsibility.
Now there's
So-
also the issue of the parents being involved in everything.
Exactly, like with the decision in Nene,
Yeah.
Jaino Kola is made by the parents.
Yeah.
Yes, you are attached to a good family, but then you don't have a guarantee.
You don't have
Yeah.
a guarantee.
I feel like she's gonna wasigala agenda kwesiba mu bulamu bw'atagenda funamu ssanyu. Ng'oli awo toli musanyufu yes.
Oyinza n'obwesiba man the day comes and they're just pushing you out because if that guy wakes up one day n'agamba bazadde benze n'omukazi kyamwagala, which can also happen. Nakeera ku makina bagamba nzannayo no yenze mukoye. You don't have anything on yourself.
They may not send you out,
But
but
it's also a possibility.
you will be a slave by the way, because they'll say, "Oh no, this girl is a very good girl. She can make a good wife. She's a good woman." Nenga gwe mwenyini, you alone, you're not happy
not
at all
happy,
because the
yeah.
guy is going out.
Okay.
He's living his life, while you're staying because of what he has.
Eh,
No, not even
Not
what he
because
has,
of
what
who
his
he
parents
is.
have.
Exactly.
kyembabuuza mumanyi what marriage is.
What is marriage? You tell us.
You tell
please.
us what you
But
understand.
marriage is
how
getting
you
a
understand
man
marriage.
you're living happily with and
No.
No, detach. Sometimes it's not about the happiness. It's about the assurance.
People-
It's about the life. How you
Yes.
do life, how you're living life,
That
what
m-
you plan for the future.
that boy
Doing life and having a family with someone who doesn't even think about the future. Who knows? That's my
That
parents'
boy
responsibility.
alina
What if the
future.
parents die?
Detach
Nayo,
gwe
abaana
kikyogala,
b'ozadde
leka
mwoyo,
detach
leka
asooka
leka
tugambe,
nkubireko kino.
sooka otunyonyola.
abaana b'ozadde mwoyo bali mwolayikira okusomera mu masomero amalungi
Anaabazaala atya nga tayimuga.
anti kyetu maybe awo kati awo ate awo wagenda tereera ati kati ali mu drugs bikimuvubuka muto ate kyendabye agenda kutereera mangu nnyo. Secondly, omwana alina future jajjayo waali asobola n'omutwala musomero eddungi. Ekyokubiri, bazadde b'oyo omwana bamwagala nnyo, the parents of this boy love him so much. Olanga bamuwadde business from one to the other bwazoonona, but they are still on him because bamwagala. Kati
Now,
what they are
I'm
waiting
just-
for
I'm waiting
is a
for
mature
you-
woman now, a woman who
To do
can
what?
now take over.
To nurture this man.
Si nurturing,
Eh.
taking over the business. Kati tugeze muzadde abaana babanya nti kati oyo omukazi w'oyo kati gwe tugenda odiringa naye atwale business zino mu maaso ono mwezi tasobola.
If these parents were giving this woman responsibility over the businesses, shouldn't be complaining.
Anti
Nebazikwasa
yakatandika
mutabani waabwe, mutabani waabwe
kati bamugezezaako emirundi ena kati bagenda kudda ku
in 3
muwala.
years nga buli kimu akyonoona
Yeah,
nze ndi
bagenda
awo, and
kudda
I
ku-
have no assurance of
Kati they are
life.
now going to be to their in
Because what
sisters.
happens with self-centered people, they don't even let you have a life. They don't let you build a life. Your life has to be running around
You've
them.
been with one before?
E-
Explain. Go deeper. Yeah. Let's give you like 3 minutes of
Yeah, it's always about them. If you're doing a job and they're not comfortable with it, you will not do it. If they want you around, you will not do anything else apart from being around. They don't want you to have anything else. Actually, what happens? They detach you from your family and attach you to their families. And whatever happens to this person, you're
Bwebufumbo obwo.
responsible for them. But whatever happens with your family, it's none of their business. This is what happens with these people. So I don't even know why she's asking.
Detach
Yes,
her.
My
Pamela.
channel,
Yes.
By
Naye
general-
mmanyi bayita obufumbo.
You see, the Tata is speaking about marriage as in the old man's perspective of those years
Because
ago,
he's an old man.
where we used to see that
Yes.
marriage is about families merging, and people respected those ideas because they were brought up with certain values, as in the values the Tata portrays are of his family. The Tata comes from a religious family. 90% he's likely to be a religious man. He comes from a family of people who are doing this kind of business. He has been nurtured in that business. 90% of the time, he's going to be a good businessman. His father was maybe a very loving husband. He's going to be a loving husband. And those were the grounds under which people loved that thing of families merging.
Yes.
In this generation, kids are disconnected from the identity of their parents.
So
Yes.
Just because your parent is a very wise person doesn't mean you'll be wise.
very hardworking.
Hard work, it doesn't mean. That's because your parent is very successful. It doesn't mean you even have that successful mindset.
Thank you.
Arthur
then-
from
but-
PGS,
yeah.
as you learned.
By general standards, marriage can be hard. It can be complicated. It can be difficult. But it shouldn't be with a person that everything he does makes you unhappy. That a person
Yeah.
who has no direction, a person you can't have conversations with, a person who irritates you at every turn. You can't be married to that person.
Mubuze amaze wate emyaka 3. This guy has just changed his nkubuli ati agenda terera. Omuntu wasobola okwera emyaka 3. But you know bana abakazi.
Have you met a man at 30 ngaliwa at 40 ngaliwa ati?
Naba 50 baberayo.
What assurance do you have?
For 3 years nga abaddewo omukazi ono abaddewo. Kitegeeza ebintu biri bearable na ye. Jessica ati ali confused aloza maybe mumaso binzo okwononeka. Ayinzo te agenda terera.
Probably this chick has the mindset that you're having, that you're giving us. Mbwaja terera. Tomanya, this man will grow. This man will grow. Stand talo koka.
Family jali mu soka. Labayo mpabera agambye. Kubyalonge ennaku zino, do you know why there is no marriage? It's because abantu baloza mbu you can disconnect your family from the marriage. There is no marriage without the family. Marriage has to be acceptable from both families.
Yes.
Kakati eno marriage ya muje mukoze muri babiri. Eyo yeba ku tebuche anytime begwawo because terina roots.
But yes. the family involvement has to be at a certain
yes.
Level. I wanted you to
not
get what I'm
involved.
saying. I am not saying that marriage is not about families merging. I'm saying what the families represent is not what these two individuals represent anymore.
I understand.
That's what I'm saying. But of course, families have to recognize each other. Nenga, there are rich people's kids. Some, I'm not saying all, who always want to look out for the best partner for them. Because for us, we are parents, we say, oh, this one is the best partner for my girl.
For my son.
And you see, when a man really loves a woman, he's going to work towards being the kind of person that she would love to see. If a man is not making any effort, he doesn't love you.
Okay.
It's your parents who
It is the Red
you.
Seat. Wamanga Wakanungako, welcome on to the show. Flavia is dating a rich, spoiled kid. She calls him a man-child. They've been together kumale emyaka 3. She's considering leaving this man. Omusajja ono, he avoids responsibility. Abeera n'amabanja eva yakasula businesses z'abazadde be 4 zonna nga azula butaka wansi akyabeera mu nyumba y'abazadde be. He's emotionally immature, he's self-centered, he lacks ambition.
Ebyana by'abagagga bwe biti ebimu.
Let me know what you think. Yeah?
Kitoto cha doni.
Kunoti musanve munoti biri join this conversation listening to Galaxy FM. Arthur Mpija agambye bambi Flavia je tusasule fenna rent. After the break.
Waliwo buzizako engeri y'okulakulanya mu bizinesi yo naye nga tomanyi wakutandikira. Okimanyi tuyinza okuba otuuse ku buwanguzi. Weesabire looni okuva mu Numida ne bakugonnomolako miliyoni za Uganda 10 bwentu. Tuli wamu nammwe abeeyiya nga bamakanika, ababotiiki, abalina ebintu bye mwekolera, aba woteeri, ate ng'okusasula kwangu nnyo. Kusasula okuva ku nnaku 15 paka ku nnaku 6. Okulakulanya bizinesi yo kati kyangu nnyo. Genda ku Play Store wakati onoonye Numida osabe looni yo okulakulane. Tukubire ku noti 8 M00 240 oba ku WhatsApp ku 0787 56 03 oba tukyalireko ku mutimbagano gwaffe ogwa www.numida.com. Numida, kulakulanya bizinesi yo.
Omwe w'omusolo tokola era nkiddamu tokola era sasula lutaano zo zonna ezikubanjibwa nga 3 ogw'omukaaga omwaka guno tezinnayitawo wabula weetegereze nnyo litaaniyo olukubibwa endasi. Weetaaga okuyambibwa tukubire ku nnamba zaffe ezitali za kusasulirwa 0800 17 0000 oba weereza obubaka ku nnamba yaffe ya WhatsApp 0772 14 0000 oba kyali ofiisi ya URA yonna ekuli okumpi. Twebaza nnyo mwe mwenna abasasudde omusolo gwammwe.
Move it, papa, papaya, avocado, habo, jelly. Eddenyu amawanga ag'enjawulo gakuŋŋaananga okwekungulira eddagala ly'emiti n'ebikoola. Naye olwaliro abakugu b'ebizigo mu kampani ya Movit ebirungo byonna babigasse wamu tekyali kutawaana. Ebizigo bya Movit Habo ne Sabbuuni birungiddwamu ebirungo byonna okuva mu butonde obw'emiti n'ebikoola okulongoosa ensusu zaffe, okugoba obuwere, okusiiyibwa, olususu ne lunyirira n'olabika bulungi.
Kati omwana asobola okukozesa Movit Habo Gel ne Sabbuuni, aloe vera, ovacado oba papaya. Movit twekakasa k'olunaku lwonna.
kalabadde babetinga nga tebali kagwirawo bataawa balowooza sizoni yaweddeko tekyali kuwangula kati nno ffe ababetingira kagwirawo mutusse enseko kubanga okuwangula tekukoma kati tuli ku Virtual Games Casino ne Aviator funayo amagye amatono teekayo mu dakiika nnyo oba owangudde buli dakiika nnyo oba owangudde okitegeera owakasimu akatono nyiga *185*3*2 ku Airtel oba ku MTN onyiga *165*6*4 ku website ku www.kagwirawo.ug. Kagwirawo olungamizi wa National Gaming Board. Kagwirawo, bit simple.
At KCB Uganda, we have got business loans just for you. Enjoy SME short-term loans processed in just 3 days with competitive rates and payable under 6 months. You can borrow up to 60% of your average monthly turnover. Scale up your business with our SME temporary overdrafts and access to unsecured loan amounts of up to 50 million with no security required. Call or WhatsApp us on 0757 378 603 or email us on contactcenterug@ug.kcbbankgroup.com. KCB Bank Uganda, for people, for better.
The Red Seat, mid-morning to Kone, every Wednesday, Sawamukaga to 1 p.m.
Welcome back. If you're watching us on Galaxy TV, big up on yourself. Abatol is online. Thank you so much. Flavia is dating a man child. He comes from a very rich family. He's spoiled. Taina future, Taina next. He's irresponsible. Akasula business. Taina next. Netwa Kalipa. Takyasobolera ko ddala yadde asiba mu video game 0707102102. What do you say?
Good afternoon, Mr. Henry. Pamela Maera ne Gitacha. Nanange abakazi nze kintu kyensiba ngamba abakyala n'abasajja mukuza abaana bamwe nga mubasomesa nti omuntu yenna akwagala kababeere bawala kababeere balenzi omuntu yenna akwagala agenda kukola ebintu ebigenda okubaziira. Because that guy grandma's magali nti tayagala muwala ayagala just muntu agenda mubeererawo naye n'omuwala ekyo nakyakitegeera kubanga omuwala yennyini kusaawa eno tewakyali love. So why are you staying in that relationship? Ekyokubiri abazadde abalina abaana kobeere mugagga kobeere mwavu kuza omwana wo ng'okimanyi nti that child is your child in your house, but they are going to be a person who other people have to deal with outside of your house.
Absolutely.
Banaitemukuza abaana bagenda kufuuka byeneena. Wakati tunoyo omwana wuuyo ne wabeera mugamba nti akyali muto by 25 olina okuba ng'otegeeramu. Tusobola kubeera nga bw'osuula bizinesi z'abazadde bo gw'alina omuwala akwagala gw'oyisaamu obubi gw'oyisaamu amaaso. Nange mukazi wattu totumenya naawe omanyi kyoyagala woba oyagala kusigala awo ng'olaba olina future n'omusajja ey'okuluma omutwe sigala oba olaba teriiwo genda kubanga like that's plain and simple buli muntu akiraba tewali future awo tewali newogamba okukyusa omusajja tosobola mukyusa tegenda kukyusa muntu.
Okay.
If he loved you he would.
Thank you, Adrian, tuned in from Spain. Zaina from Busabala is saying Flavia Bambi Nkwega the Sigalao. But don't stay because of love. Stay for the sake of properties, business, and do what his parents expect you to do. But find another person to satisfy you sexually. Those are
This is what I'm going to disagree with her. Now, such families, they can never have any of their property. They can never have any of their properties
handed to you.
Impossible. Yes.
They can never transfer anything into your names. So what happens? No guy, they'll make sure whatever property this guy owns, it's either in his names or the parents' names, because they know their son is stupid. If she has a smart girl around him, ajja kubeera nga akola ki asobola otwala ebintu because they know the guy is stupid. So what they do, they make sure every property he owns elimanya like that's the fact elimanya gabazadde oba gabana, and the documents are never going to be with him. They are with his family. So all over properties and what, because the family is rich. Please don't waste your time. And the other thing, there's nothing as hard as dealing with a man and dealing with his family at the same time. You people, I hate this show so much because it makes me speak so much about myself. But I remember in my past relationship, we used to go for like family gatherings, family meetings with this guy's family and what. But every time we gathered, you would see his family coming to you, like his uncles, aunties, big sisters, the mom and what. They would keep on reminding you, "Ono baby wafe." Ono baby wafe. Meanwhile, the guy you're calling a baby is like older than me, like 5 years older than me. I'm younger than him. But they would keep on reminding me, "Ono baby wafe." Choneshwa, you report to us, and everything that would happen would be like, "Me, I'll tell my mom." Yeah, I'll tell my mom. So you're dealing with him and the parents as well.
Can you imagine? So who do we blame in such a situation? Do we blame the parents?
The parents.
Did Flavia make a wrong choice? And one question, Chona Chetubusiza Maso, is something we hinted on shortly before the break. Is it possible for this guy to change?
It's impossible.
Ndaba nga mbutufu omukazi ono okubeera nzoba nyi consideringa ndi lawyer
atwala eri
kati lawyer atunulya factors omwana wasobodde okubeerawo emyaka 3 wali bearebe ekyokubiri omuvubuka ono okubanga abazadde bakyamuliko despite business zayo nonye biki kitegeeza nabo bakyayiya amagezi ateredde atya ekirala ebintu bino kati omuvubuka put in a lot of effort okubeera n'omuwala emyaka 3 so nayo onaabuuzizza emyaka 3 okubeera n'omuntu ng'omulabirira kalipa yakajjabula ennaku zino drugs ezimbuza nefe alaba bukinaakuuka alikulaba bukinaakuuka Pamela
asiba ku bukinaakuuka
is another effort considering nga Mia Joe
let me tell you Ditacha. Do you know that girls can bear in in hell? They can be in hell for 10 years. They're in hell, literally in hell.
That is very true.
The man is doing things his own way because he knows. You know, men are very funny creatures. If you show them that you're used to this kind of life, these guys, you show Henry at the time. Okay, you guys prove me wrong. If you have this girlfriend and she shows you she's satisfied with certain things that you do, will you stop doing them?
Even a woman, omukazi nene bw'omuleka akole byayagala naye abikola n'ayongeza odds.
Okay, I'm not talking about a two-way. I'm just asking for you guys that men are this kind who adapt to how you treat them. If you have a girlfriend or this girl you're vibing, and for her kind of maybe dating is indoors, you're going to go along with indoor dating, and the next time she tells you I want outdoor, you'll be shocked because you'll be like, I thought this is what you used to. So she can be in that relationship for 3 years.
Yes.
And she has been in hell. And by the time she's complaining like that, she has reached the brink of it.
Yes.
She's like, I don't think I can bear. I thought that there was a chance for him to change. Nenga sichirava.
You see, there are human beings that are different.
Yeah.
Pamela nyizo beera naawe. Nga ndaba ebiseera byange eby'omu maaso toliimu. Nga nkiraba nkiwulira.
Yeah.
Nenga simanyi ngeri gye ngenda kikugambamu. You understand? Because some people are naturally, that's not being good. I don't even know how to term it. They don't know how to break people's hearts. Like katintandike ntyo vira Pamela bambi. Ambereddewo. Probably maybe she moved in with this gang atayina wabeera. Flavia has not explained to us how her family is, but probably maybe family teri bulungi. And guy ono talina kyamukoze nti oba amukubye. She has not mentioned about cheating. The guy hasn't cheated. Just the guy is not ambitious. He's not ambitious. Like he's not the kind of man that she would look out for. Probably she's contemplated leaving. But how do you start disappointing somebody who has given you a home? I'm just thinking out loud. How do you start telling him that I don't like the things you're doing, video games, Zintamye, I'm leaving you? And how sure is she, Ngadi Tacha where you get at the beginning of this program, that if you're in her shoes, how do you leave?
If Flavia is 30 years and above, please let her stay. You get? Maybe,
if she's 30 and above.
Yeah, she's probably, maybe she has limited chances depending on how she has. But still, even at 30 and above, I don't know whether there's an age limit to a woman finding happiness out there. Because you can't be 30 and you're in slavery just because you're trying to be in a status, certain kind of status, or because you're people pleasing, which means she also has a problem with her own self-esteem. She does not believe in herself enough, if that is the circumstances you're explaining.
Yes.
Or she believes that it's always better to please people over herself, as in she doesn't love herself enough or doesn't believe herself enough. Because at whichever age, we've seen women at 50 marrying again.
Yeah.
She's 50 years and she's met the right person, and it's
she
not
marries
about
like
kids,
a
it's not
24-year-old
about,
guy.
She's
Sometimes
even older than her. But
the other wedding we're talking about. The chick is 54, that guy is 61.
They're there. There's those couples. It's possible.
So, as Ditacha Katonda, how does she leave Pamela? She just wakes up and leave?
No, you say.
Hey.
This is how she should have. I don't know whether she's doing it, but I believe she's doing it. I don't think that there's a girl who is with a guy who treats her right. Okay, not right, but who is not in any way violent to her. That has not come out and complained about certain things. Definitely she'll come and say, but why do you play too much video games? But you know your parents' business. Why did you ruin it? But these drugs you're doing are too much. Like, he should have had more than once her complaining. Now, with such people, you give them an ultimatum. You tell them that, you know what? I have been with you for the last 3 years. I have complained about A, B, and C. You are not changing. Now, in the next 6 months or 1 year, if I don't see a change in A, B, and C, I'm sorry, but I'm going to
bounce.
Yes, I'm going to get out of this relationship. And a guy who loves a woman, I'll insist it again, even if he has the worst car, men don't change for... Actually, they can change for themselves, but they can change more for the woman they love. They can even pretend or drop certain habits for the woman they love. They can do it.
Kyolanga bakazi olumu beesudia ne batestinga mbukanda b'ekintu kyayagala ndabo basobola kireka nga kasente yanjagala mujja gwa mu nnyanga mmwe mujja gwa mu mbi z'abadiga nze kyemmanyi oyo omuvubuka just abulamu katono nnyo okutereera kwozaako bwoza katolaba jjukira mu muliko abantu basatu mama wa muliko taata wa muliko naawe muliko bonna baagala akyuke naye bakyayiiya engeri kati singa abadde akiitinga alwana buli lwadde akuba akola ki ate ayinza okuba yabitandika na wakati awo nga some 2 years babadde bulungi then guno omwaka ogusembyeyo n'ayongera okwononeka
that's why I took it say nalekera okubera serious with life or no, like serious with life. Someone has been serious with business. Ngabadde muntu mulungi ngali serious amanyo running a business amanyo handling abantu. Tenzakera kumachana abantu achasola handling a business. It's a very impossible. Stress over
what is stress if the guy may be stressing.
I know ayinza okubanga stress siva walala.
Okay, I want you to imagine this. You know Flavia now. Flavia is the one Ali Mitambo is ours, you know, like she has an opportunity of changing this man and probably gaining from the wealth of this man. Now, what if she walks away? Listen, this is not. It's not that it can't happen. Ainzo movie that a guy na chuka na settling an omuntu omulala. Have you ever dated somebody and probably you want them to be a particular version of themselves, yeah? Nechigana, then you walk away, and the moment you walk away, byonna wamugamba ng'okola n'atandika obbikola n'abikola with somebody else. Do you know how that kills you?
It doesn't kill you.
Yes, it can kill you. It can affect you because you asked but what was wrong with me?
Exactly.
Which means you were not the right person.
You are not compatible.
It's not supposed to be.
You are not the
one. I wasn't the one for him.
Yes, you are not the one.
I feel like if the person I broke up with Atere and Nemulavangali settled with someone else, I'll just be like, oh, okay, now that is the person they can work with. Do you know
there are couples, there are actually girls who know just how to get through to their men. Like, you know him so well that there's a way you can tell him something and he does it, and you know, those are the couples you see that he never changed. He changed naturally.
Ayinza okuba naye akomplaininga bukomplainings naye nga alemereddde okuteekawo initiative okulaba nti
omuvubuka akyuka. But is that her responsibility?
Guy mulaba ne potential. Otegeera? Ekyokubiri nze kyemmanyi kiri kimu nti ono omuvubuka yasomako kubanga ati parents babanga balina mu kasente kyemmanyi mu buto baamukaka n'asomako ekimala agenda tereera bagenda mutuuza adde abeere bw'ati. Ekyokubiri enneeyisa gy'addamu yisaamu okusobola okubeerawo emyaka 3 nga bwe mbadde nkugamba luli nti kirabika atandise mwaka guno gusembyeyo omanyire ku kyowa omuwala alina bye yakola. guy naagaana nkamulageko katono
naye nedda video game nga kalipa tetambula yourself-centered. I think it's a character that you've grown with. Yeah, like you're naturally irresponsible. Let's get some feedback. Nga tumaliza on 0707102102. Flavia Akwaratia, he's dating a rich spoiled kid who is not having any ambitions of becoming a better man, and Flavia is scared that maybe she's wasting her life with this guy, her time with this guy. Should she leave or should she stay? Galaxy.
Good afternoon, Mr. Henry. Thanks for the show.
Yeah.
Mr. Henry kyensobola okugamba Flavia yesonyiwa omuvubuka. Flavia, learn how to think positive.
Yeah.
Singa gayo oyo tabaddeewo wandibaddewa. Guys, gundi zonna signs zonna red flags njereere. Omuvubuka yenna akilabinga ate nga akozesa drug, that is red flag, sweetheart. Move on. Kitwala ekyo omulenzi relationship weweddewo kubanga jjukira mufe abawala tukula buli kanaku. Teberezaamu badde naye emyaka 3, right? Naye talina kyakyukako. Why don't you leave that guy alone? Learn how to move on. Or like you can start your new life.
Thank you, Galaxy.
Hey, Mr. Henry, agamba atya leero. Thanks for the show. Ditacha nkutumiddeko nnyo ne Pamela. Ditacha kyagezako kwogera kiri somehow fair. Naye lwakuba love ya Ditacha we yakimafiya bwe buzibu bwenjirabamu. Kati ayagala byakipendalo naye nga bambi.
Yes.
Ekituufu love eteekeddwa obbanga mu ababiri kwetegeera na kuteesa. So I don't know whether that Flavia yatuuzaako ku bbawe n'amubuulira ebimuluma oba n'amubuuza nti lwaki okola bwoti ne bwoti kuba yes fine sente zibaawo naye sente tezigula mukwano fenna tukimanyi ekyo. Kakati awo nze ndaba nti omuwala oyo asooka atuulemu ne bbaawe boogeremu.
Obeera n'omukwano naye ng'osula mu kasiisira. Yes.
Twalina kyali waffe bali bamuyita Osuukira. Osuukira ono nga maama we yamukwata ng'akiitinze. Nga maama we yamusanga najja n'abulira mukazi we. Gwe okimanyi nga nawulidde nti bawatandise okwana akawala kali tukagendere tukabalule nga batesa na maama omulenzi okubalula akakitegera olumu yaliko abantu ng'aleetika. We najja n'amukoola. We Osuukira olikukola kina n'omukaana munzu munoki. Walekera omukasi wowe ng'oli mu
ogana huba otye na papa.
Akonkonya olujja Osuukira okola kimu omulala ng'olese mukazi weeka.
Yes.
So kati maama bo bajja tuuka ekiseera nga bakukwatira n'eggayo no ng'akiiti nga baparents nga batabuse. So what about parents lwokwatagana nabo?
Yes.
Okay, Ditacha, what if the parents, God forbid, died tomorrow? What would happen?
If close.
Okay, and then secondly,
what is out there.
This is the man's choice. If he has gone to cheat, he's not cheating for his parents. He's cheating for himself.
If he decides not to marry.
Yes.
But in this scenario, this man is not cheating.
No, I'm just responding to Ditacha.
Yes.
The parents can come in at any case. Because we bakusoganya nnyo you reach a time and say, well, let me give up. Tumanyi ngokucheatinga. Naffe tuba tumanyi nti I'm doing a wrong thing. But there is no opposition outside there. Opposition okirabanga negative. Opposition weba nene. Oliko mama o nupu olikeno PFF.
Let me give you an example. If let's say that man is from a rich home. There are certain kids who do not respect even their parents. As in, so what? So you went and told my dad, you went and told my mom, so what? This is my
like
life.
Chicken.
They don't respect their parents.
Chicken agambye taata wenti ngenda kukulaba kimafiya. Kempulira kintu kyonna kyogedde ku maama ogenda kumbuulira ngenda kuba tugenda kweragako.
But I want to ask this lady. Because now I believe the parents are also not happy with their son. They're not happy with how their son turned out. Kakati omuntu yalemererwa bazadde be gwe lwaki olowooza ogenda mutereeza? No, I want to leave responsibilities to the people that are supposed to handle them. Your parents were supposed to groom you. No, I want to find a smooth relationship, but there are things I can't handle. If even your parents can't handle you, bale bakulemererwa. What assurance do I have nze ngenda kutereeza?
All right, so as we conclude this, what should Flavia truly honestly do? I want us to put a couple of factors in mind. This is the only relationship she's known.
Yeah.
She's been loyal to this guy, but she's only seeing that there's no future. So she's not getting what she's looking for from a man, from this particular guy. And for me, one thing I know about life is if you're not satisfied, then again that tend what it was. And so probably maybe she will end up doing something that is uncalled for. She's going. One thing about a woman is like a pussycat. If you call, if listen, yes.
Bangambye muri ready flag omwana abagambye nti those gabagenda mu club ogenda mushizo company munywa sisha muri ready flags omwana agambye those people go to club
tisinzira tukola yochi ate tukozesa drugs. A woman is like a cat, you know. A cat, when you corner a cat is a very cunning animal. It's gentle, you can hold it, you can play with it, but if you put it in a corner, do you know what will happen? It can become a lion. It will find a way out. So if you corner a woman in any way, whether it is emotionally, financially, physically, sexually, she's going to find a way out. Best believe me. So I feel like Flavia is in a position where she's already being cornered. So whether she stays or leaves, she's going to look for what she's looking for. The satisfaction. Tell you one. And then also secondly, she knows where she's coming from. But then what capacity does she have as a person to better her life? Like ali wano ye kutte kubisubi, yes sente weziri naye kati wagende bweru chechiddako. I want us to advise her based on those two factors, and they are all huge. Taina chiddako relationship ajiwadde emyaka esatu. She doesn't know what agwan without this guy. But she's like a pussycat. She's cornered. So she's definitely going to look for the missing pieces in this relationship. How do we advise her?
Now, first I'll go back to what you were talking about earlier on. How can she live? Because I think like I feel like I in a way like her. I remember times where I had to kneel down on my knees and pray to God. Nsaba nkoleye ekintu kimu bwekiti kyensobola okugamba abantu nti kyekino abantu kyebajja otegeera, because some of these things you will explain to people and they don't understand you. They'll be like, kati ebintu ebisubi bikulesa bityo omusajja, do you know what is out here? But either way you will have to live. Neonasigala emyaka 10 ojja kumala ogenza ojja kumala mawukanya. Sometimes it's worse, mulimu abaana mulimu biki, so sometimes you just have to close your eyes and take that leap of faith. No gamba, let me go. And the other thing, you cannot know what is out there before you're out there. So sometimes you just have to take a risk. I don't know what is out there, but let me go out there. And sometimes we are tied and blinded from our opportunities just because we are stuck on certain things. You know, when I'm looking at you, Henry, I'll not see what is behind me.
Exactly.
I may not even see what the teacher is saying to me. I may not see what is on the other side. The only way I can see what is here is when
if
I
you
turn.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you regret turning?
I don't.
You're happy?
I'm happy. Semanye.
Yes, Pamela is a
status viewer.
Yes.
Status Benja.
Yes, Pamela, what do you have to say?
For me, I just want to say that the advantage that most ladies have is I don't want to say it's time factor, but you are able to know what you want, and then plan an exit plan for yourself. Sometimes it's not immediate, but it is. How could I don't know the way I want to bring this point.
As you're looking for it, what abazadde balina mu bochi ngobadde ne mutabani waabwe n'omukyawa ne bakusiranya intentionally.
No, let me just say it this way. Where Flavia is right now, where Flavia is she's not in a place where she's not wanted. You get it?
Yes.
From the way she has spoken, she's in a place where she does not want to be.
She's wanted, but she does not want to be there.
So she has the upper hand of weighing her options and saying this outweighs this, and either I leave or I stay. So at the end of the day, this is what I advise her. What is she doing with her life for herself? You know, because she's going to choose between two. Either she's going to be a nurturer of an old man, or she's going to choose to do her own thing. As in, I'm going to start living my own life and testing the waters out there and seeing what the unknown has to offer me. I'm going to go get a job for myself. I'm going to start working, even if I am still with him. See how work goes.
That's if he lets you.
What do you mean? What is
if the man lets you?
The man and his family lets you.
This is not her husband. This is her boyfriend.
She can
so
live.
if the man then tells her you cannot live your life like this, then which means that's already another red flag.
And the advantage here is that they don't have a child. Yes.
Why would he be telling you can't work? You get it? Because then that means he's tying down your freedom.
Thank you,
she has the
Pamela.
advantage. She could say. Now, Flavia should look at herself in two ways. Am I too lazy that all I want is just to receive and not be happy while receiving?
Okay.
Or am I hardworking that I could pursue my own thing and then from when I've pursued my own thing, get a future for myself?
Olaba nzuchenga babakyala bonna baagala obufumbo abaloleza mu obufumbo bwa kubala cards bulungi. Otegera obufumbo wabulinga wawe n'agamba
Zara
lingo bazaala nti olina okukalculating ebintu byobulungi. Sometimes oyinza okulowooza mbu I'm living here for better nezikulya ndigenda wano neokola kinoona kufuna sente kale kaŋŋambe nezitakulya nti kyeŋŋamba kati abali mu bufumbo ababunyumiddwa nga mu bwegomba omanyi muli eno mu bwegomba mubeno son's married so proposed mbwe singa sibulimu kiche sirina gwe omanyi mubeera ne mu bwegomba gundi proposed to her wife gundi they are engaged
ate wali TikTok kati njagala nga be bakoledde gundi
TikTok neryo ke baleetera manyi gundi
omusajja nangenda n'afuna looni
abantu bali mu looni z'abakazi bali mu kwewasa bwasasule omusajja akole embaga abakazi bali mu kwekola kiso kati ono bw'aba afunye opportunity ng'alaba omuvubuka abulamu katono ze kyembadde mu amagezi aweeyinge mwalabe percentage kyebula katono singa dali ku bintu byakwe ndali ku bintu byakyali n'omukazi gwe yapangisizeeyo alina ono gwe yagira nti alina omwana gwe yazaala eri ebyo byandibadde bingi naye kati wano ekintu ekirimu ono personal spoiling ye ng'omuntu ali kubuyagayagali ku kyo so kitegeeza nti bwabuleka nga mugenda mu maaso bw'atabuleka ajja ffa era akulekewo
akulekera ebyobugagga
nedda ogende bulungi ng'afudde and you have reason nti yafa.
This is the mid-morning to Connect 100.2 Galaxy FM.